So have you heard of the area of Port St Lucie, Florida? And you're wondering what all the hype is and why is everyone moving to this area? Stick around, you're not going to want to miss this video. My name is Megan Schoner. I'm a local real estate agent here in Port St Lucie, Florida. I love helping people every single day like you on YouTube find your dream and your treasure of a home here on the Treasure Coast. Please feel free to reach out to me. I love connecting with you guys, whether or not you're looking the next 9 days, 90 days, the next year or two. I would love to help you along your journey here. So in today's video, I wanted to go over the top 10 reasons that people are moving to Port St Lucie, Florida. The first reason that people are moving to Port St Lucie, Florida is our location. The reason I say that is that we are located 2 hours between Orlando and Miami. We are about 45 minutes north of West Palm Beach. We are close to about 35 minutes down to Jupiter and Palm Beach Gardens. And it really puts us in a great spot because we're very easily accessible. So a lot of times people move down to the area, they want to be close to friends and family, and we're a nice, quick, easy distance to everything. If you like Orlando and the theme parks, growing up, having kids of my own, it's been fantastic to be able to go up there and just, go for 2 hours. So you just go up for the day and come back. Any of the concerts, special events, it's great to be that close to it. Same thing down in Miami. You have easy access to everything, but you're not right in the middle of it. So you can kind of go and enjoy everything and then kind of come back and have a nice, quiet, a little bit calmer of an area to be in. The other thing in terms of location is a lot of people move to our area and they actually work further south. Maybe they work in Boca, Fort Lauderdale, West Palm Beach, and we are still a quick, easy commute. A lot of the traffic is further south of West Palm Beach. It's not necessarily north. So even though the driving in terms of mileage is a little bit higher, the commute time is a little bit shorter. A second reason people are moving to Port St Lucie, Florida and the Treasure Coast is our weather. No surprise, right? We're in South Florida. Everybody wants to move down for our beautiful weather. The one thing I will say too is what I've seen with a lot of buyers that are moving into the area, they may have purchased previously further north, like maybe Jacksonville area, St. Augustine, the Panhandle, and they figured, oh, it's Florida, it'll be warm and sunny in the winter. And it is sunny, but it's probably 7 to 10 degrees cooler the further, the northern part of the state. So we're in this really lovely area where we're not as hot as you have down in Miami, but you're not as cold as you are a little bit further north. So you have a really nice, kind of average temperatures in the 80s. So it is a fantastic thing. And again, most people in general in Florida are moving here for the weather, to be able to be outside, enjoy all the festivals and farmers markets and everything in the winter and not have to wear a jacket. We shovel sand, we don't shovel snow. So the third thing that people are moving to Port St Lucie, and I would say in this area, is our beaches. Now, if you've watched any of my other previous videos, Port St Lucie is not directly on the ocean. So in order for us to get to the ocean, we either have to go a little bit further north up to the Fort Pierce, Hutchinson Island, or a little bit further south down to Jensen Beach or Stewart. So we're not directly located on the ocean, but we are about, depending on where you're at in Port St Lucie, between 20 and 30 minutes away from the ocean. So a lot of people like having that close, easy access to the ocean. And the nice thing about our area is that our beaches are not as crowded as they were like down in South Florida. So a lot of those areas, the beaches are gorgeous down there. You're a little bit closer to the jet stream. You do get, more bluer water down there. However, you have to pay for parking and it's really crowded. Up here in our area, the beaches are beautiful, they're open, so accessible, you never pay for parking, and it's just relaxing and wonderful. Also, if you like to surf, you can definitely surf in our area as well too. And the other thing too, in terms of our beaches versus maybe on the west coast of Florida, they're starting to get a lot of red tide, which they're not able to swim and use the beaches. So we're not getting that over here, obviously. So it makes another reason that people like our area as well too. The fourth thing is our access to boating. So we've got St. Lucie River that connects down to the intercoastal and out to the ocean. Tons and tons of deep sea fishing, if that's something that you're interested in. It is to live in this area and be able to go to maybe the Stewart Sandbar, or you go up to Fort Pierce to the Cove. Everyone brings their boats. It's a really fun time to relax, enjoy the weekend, connect with friends, and tons of boating opportunities in this area. If you own a boat, it's fantastic. There's also boat club membership rentals that you can do. You just pay monthly and you get a certain amount of times on the boats. They have the boat ready for you, and when you're done, you drop it off and they clean it up for you. So that's another really good option if you are interested in boating, but you don't want to actually own an actual boat and take care of it. But boating is huge in our area, so that is another nice feature that we do have in our area. The fifth reason that people are moving to Port St Lucie is spring training baseball. So Port St Lucie is home to the New York Mets, and it draws a huge amount of people every March to our area, and it's really fun to be able to get up close and personal with the players, watch some practices, and then not only in our area, but also close to us too, down in Jupiter, and then also West Palm Beach. There are also spring training teams there as well. So it's just a really fun time, and we get a lot of New Yorkers, people that love the Mets, and it's easier to come down and see them down in this area. And then if you do live here and it's off season, you're here, full time all year round. We also have the minor league St. Lucie Mets, which is just a really fun family activity. Super cheap, easy, and just a great way to spend the night. But spring training is definitely a huge draw. The stadium was just redone within the last couple of years, and that is out in our St. Lucie West area here. The sixth reason that people are moving to Port St. Lucie is the cost of living. Now, I know that I'm going to get comments saying, oh, it's so expensive in Port St. Lucie. So it's all relative of where you're coming from and what you're looking for. So Florida has definitely become more expensive than in previous years, and our area continues to grow, and so our home prices have significantly increased in the last 5 years or so. But when you look at our cost of living versus all of our communities further south of us, so anyone that's looking to work or in West Palm Beach or anything, Fort Lauderdale, Miami, the cost of living here in Port St. Lucie is significantly less. So we have a lot of the same builders that are down south, so a lot of people that love their home, they're building the same models and communities up here, and the pricing is significantly less up here. Our average sales price is about $425,000. Currently, this is as of October of 2024. And with that price point, you really can get a lot for your money up here. We have a lot of new construction. We also have a lot of resales. And so just a lot more that you can get for your money. Your money stretches a little bit further, if that makes sense. So we have a lot of people that live in our area and commute down south because it's just a lot cheaper. We have a weird phenomenon here in the area. I don't know if it's just Southeast Florida. I don't know if it's throughout all of Florida, but I know in this area, people will move north, but they won't move south. It's an odd thing, and I don't know why. Usually I think maybe it's more expensive the further south you go, and usually the more crowded it is. So what we're having is that migration of everybody from South Florida moving to Port St. Lucie. So you're always going to have continued growth. So if you are purchasing here, your values are going to continue to increase, more goods and services and things are going to be available here. But yeah, I call this, my little treasure here on the Treasure Coast. And again, if you're also coming from maybe New York or California, depending on where you're coming from, just the overall cost of living here in our area in Port St. Lucie on the Treasure Coast is definitely less than all of our surrounding communities. Even when you go down further south down to Martin County, which is Stewart, Palm City, Jensen Beach, usually the same house will cost about $100,000 more than it costs here in Port St. Lucie. So just another thing to consider. Another reason people are moving to Port St. Lucie is tradition. So maybe you've heard of Tradition or you've heard of Riverland. That's where it's a big master planned community, and that is where a lot of the growth in our areas is coming from. So you're going to see a lot of, if you watched any of my other previous videos, a lot of new construction homes going out there, a lot of 55 and older gated communities are there. That area has just kind of exploded. So that you may see things in the news and everyone's saying, what is this Tradition thing? We have food trucks out there, and there are fountains for the kids to play in, shopping, restaurants. So that really has kind of given us a new resurgence here in Port St. Lucie. So that's another reason that people love Port St. Lucie. Another reason that people are moving to Port St. Lucie is our growth. So we are currently the 6th largest city here in the state of Florida. We're close to about 250,000 people, and we're growing leaps and bounds. And that's kind of what I was talking about before, where because of our location and our cost of living and the weather, we're getting people from all over. I mean, our big thing is we're getting a lot of people from Miami, Fort Lauderdale that are moving up to Port St. Lucie. We get all of our traditional snowbirds that love the area, and some of the Canadians as well too. And we're getting people that can work remotely, that are saying, Florida doesn't have a state income tax. The weather's beautiful. The cost of living is better. I can work anywhere. Why don't I work closer to the beach? So we're just seeing leaps and bounds of growth. Again, we also have tons of new construction coming in, so that's bringing, and we also are one of the few communities down here in South Florida. We have land. So our, the Delray beaches and the Boca Ratones and those areas, they're already built out. So there's nowhere for people to go. Port St. Lucie, we have so much area on the western side of Port St. Lucie that hasn't even been developed yet. And so that's also helping to continue to increase people moving to the area and to have the city keep growing. So it's an exciting time to be here. The 9th reason that people are moving to Port St. Lucie is it's really a great city for all ages. We have tons of 55 and older gated communities. If you are interested in any of those, please feel free to reach out to me. I would be happy to give you more information or watch some of my other videos. But there's tons of 55 and older communities. There are tons of gated communities for all ages. And then there's tons and tons of homes that are available. They're just throughout all Port St Lucie, just kind of a regular general neighborhood homes. And the nice thing in this area, people will always ask me, is it all snowbirds? Is Florida really old? What I want to find an area that would be good for my family as well too. And the nice thing about Port St Lucie is it really is a community of all ages. It's a very, very diverse community as well too. And people live here full time. And you're actually going to meet people that are born and raised here. So it's a little bit different than probably some other areas. You don't get the feeling that this is just snowbird season, snowbird town only. It really is people, live, work here, raise families here and everything like that. So it's a really nice community where you get all the benefits of Florida, but it's home for all of us. And then the last reason people are moving to Port St Lucie, Florida is the ease of life. Living here, you guys know I came from Chicago, so we were moving in the kind of the rat race and everything was fast and hard. My friends were racing their kids with snowsuits and crazy stuff. And I have to say, living down here has been so easy. When you have kids, you don't have snowsuits. You don't have jackets and all that stuff. It's easy. You can have the kids outside all year long. You can take them to the beach. There's always something going on here. If you're 55 and greater, there's tons of areas with golf carts, nice golf cart communities. You can golf, you can fish, you can go to the beach. It's just an easier lifestyle. Cost of living is better than in a lot of areas. So it's just a wonderful place to be. I love making these videos for you guys and I love our area so much, but it is what I call kind of like a hidden gem. More people obviously are finding out about Port St Lucie and the Treasure Coast, but we have that kind of small town feel, even though Port St Lucie is growing leaps and bounds. Martin County with Palm City, Stewart, Jensen Beach, still has a lot of that small town charm, but we have really nice neighborhood feel to this area. It's just an easy life. So if you are looking for more information about the Port St Lucie Treasure Coast area, please feel free to reach out to me. I have some of the people that have commented. The reason I came up with this video is one of the videos that I did was the reasons that people are moving away from it. And someone said, I thought you liked Port St Lucie. Why are you doing this video on people moving out of it? So I wanted to make sure that you guys saw why I love it, why people are moving here, and this area is just going to continue to grow. So if you want more information about the area, please feel free to reach out to me. I would love to show you why I love this area so much and help you find your treasure of a home here on the Treasure Coast.